I am in a good mood. This may be episode 16 or 17 or 18 of the Chill Experience. And if you will look, we have more likes and more subscribers than ever.
That's fabulous news.
Especially because we've gone for another 6 months. We actually signed like contracts that says we are going to keep having Constantine come in here, videotape us so that we could continue to give benefit, value add to the people that are watching.
Love it.
So guess what? Our audience is going to be expanded.
It is.
You can now go to Apple or Spotify and Amazon and listen to us for 30 minutes an episode and get your earful of everything going on with Chad and Jill Co.
That's exciting.
Well, I know you're excited because look how big the smile is. So you have to go over to YouTube to be able to see the smile, but Jill's smile is from ear to ear.
Okay.
I knew you would like that.
Great news.
So guess what we did last week?
I don't have to guess because I was there.
So share with us if you will. We're at the airport, we're ready to get on the plane, and there's an issue.
Oh, leaving O'Hare?
Getting to O'Hare was fine. That was the easy part. But we traveled with people.
It really wasn't that easy.
We traveled with my sister and her boyfriend, Chris.
Right.
We traveled with my brother and sister-in-law, Sherry.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody who I just mentioned.
Shout out, family. Yes, we did. We left on a very early morning flight last Monday to Nassau, the Linden Pendling Airport in Nassau, Bahamas. And yes, it's dark. Well, you know, they're doing construction on the ramp to O'Hare, which again, I like.
That's because we live in Chicago. That's true.
Well, fix it already.
But they might have got rid of the toll to get to O'Hare.
Right? There was no. I said I don't think there was a toll there.
I think you were right, but we're gonna have to double check that. We'll fact check that.
Like fix the damn thing because this is not our first trip to O'Hare this year.
Yeah.
It needs to be fixed. We shouldn't be backed up onto 294 trying to get off to get to the airport to get to our gate on time. So fortunately, Jamie and Chris were already there because they left early and they were smart. We cut it, which we never usually really cut it that close. We're not sitters at the airport, but we had 15 minutes to get to the gate, so we were fine. Love that touchless TSA. That's a plus. However, brother and sister-in-law had a little bit of a passport issue, and that was a little scary. But if obviously they weren't going, I wasn't going, and you weren't going.
Well, that's how it started.
Yes.
And looking back, it might have been better that none of us went, but we did, and we persevered. And if we were going to rate the trip 1 out of 10, I'm going to go with a 10.
You know, I'm giving it. I was going to say I'm going to give it a 10. I don't care that each day had its own theme. I've given each day a theme. I called day 1, no AC, no power.
And rain, heavy downpour.
Oh, and heavy rain and almost missed the flight. I called day 2.
No anchor.
Anchors away.
Which we could talk about because anchors away is very freeing. I don't know if anybody knows what this is like, but you're out on a boat, you put the anchor out, and it's a heavy anchor. It's a 1,000-pound anchor.
But I'm going to say it's not very freeing when it's your boat and you need the anchor.
But it wasn't my boat.
Okay, but it's someone we love, their boat.
That's true.
So it was a problem.
It's true.
And then it had to be brought back. So that was
then
like
every
a whole
problem
thing.
was solved.
Exactly.
Because they tagged where the anchor was going to be anchors away, and someone was able to go get it.
Which is just, it's kind of unbelievable that they do something like that. There is a service that goes and picks up the anchor that you've dropped in the middle of nowhere in the ocean.
Yeah.
Day 3, I call tick tick, because that was...
There was a tick on the boat.
Well, there was a tick in the bed, not ours, thankfully, and thankfully no one is going to end up with Lyme disease.
Day 4?
Day 4. So day 4 was no power, and it felt like one of those movies from the past where it was very slow motion as I watched our big boat sliding into the guy looking at us like, WTF, what are you doing? Are you literally going to hit my boat? And I'm thinking, if we hit, is the boat going to break? Are we going to sink? What's going to happen? It was a little mind-blowing. But fast forward to really cool hibachi dinner, and then a very typical your brother, a field trip
Love field
a
trips.
field trip to the 53rd anniversary of Bahamian independence.
Yep.
So we were at there, and we were like VIP there, which was just incredibly cool.
Yes, we were down on the
We
field.
celebrated their independence from England.
They treated us like royalty.
It was amazing, and the music was amazing, and the people are amazing. And you know, I just have to say about the people of the Bahamas, they're so respectful, and they're just so fabulous. No, you know, we go to different things in the U.S. and people are swearing and they're MFing and they're, you know, no, they love their country, and people sat and they were nice and nobody booed, and there was no, and the young people were kind and respectful, and it was just a really cool experience.
Makes us want to go back.
Of course. It was a little long, and I was a little tired, and it was very
It started
hot.
at like 10 p.m. and it finished like at 1 in the morning.
I think
And
so.
then they had
And
a
then we had
parade
to fly
at 2
out.
in the morning.
Yeah, and then we had to fly out the next morning, and I hadn't finished packing for us. So, yeah, it was a little, but you know what? So what? I didn't have to go to work the next day like
No.
I used to in the past. So it was super cool.
Okay. So, in summary of the
Yes.
boat trip,
Yes.
no air, no power,
Drop the
anchors
anchor.
away, and the
Tick.
engine blew, which
I
is
don't
being
think it blew.
fixed.
It works. It died.
It died.
And it's a little bit hard to steer a
So
boat of
then
that
we come
size.
home,
Yes.
and it's 90-some degrees here.
Yes.
And in the same day, within 48 hours of each other, we have an air conditioner at home and an air conditioner at the office that break.
Well, okay, so they didn't break.
They didn't
Air
break.
conditioners are fine.
What happened at home?
At home, he thinks it may have been like a little, like a switch connection thing, because he didn't have to replace anything, so
Oh.
it's working fine. And it's different zones, so it's a damper and blah, 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 blah. Here at the office, it was a capacitor that had to be repaired. So
And
that was fine.
our gentleman who came here today makes money and uses YouTube as a short reel opportunity. So if anybody wanted to see him fix my air conditioner, he made a reel.
Yes. And you can watch him on Instagram or YouTube or anything. First of all, he was amazing.
Amazing.
He was one of the coolest tech people that have been out to fix something in our house.
And he
I
walks
really
fast.
liked him.
He was moving like a
Moving, he's running up our stairs, he's down the
Unbelievable.
stairs, he's up the stairs, down the stairs. I was his assistant, it was fine, it was very cool. Chintain, such a nice guy, so efficient, so smart.
So with the reels though, we got 3 million views. He's
know.
making money
I
on his
know.
social media.
And he should,
I'm so
because
proud
he's
of
that
him.
great. So he skydives. Did he tell you he's a skydiver?
No, because I actually was busy working
Oh.
when he was here.
Okay,
I got this all within 30 seconds.
okay. Well, just a great guy.
He skydives.
Skydives.
When? In his free time?
Probably in his free time.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And then the other crazy thing, so, you know, when you go down to our basement where our stuff is at, he happened to see the table that has my UPS memorabilia. So
No.
he looked at me and said, oh, like UPS. And
UPS.
I don't know if he thought it was one of my kids or you or not me. And I said, yeah, those are my retirement memorabilia. He said, you work there? I said, I did for 28 years. He said, my uncle. He said, he's not really my uncle. I said, I get it. He's like, your uncle?
And we could talk about friend uncles, like when we
And
grew
then
up.
he tells me who his uncle is. And I said, okay, so what's even crazy? And I said, you know, he had a, like, it's an American name. He has his American name. He has his Indian name. I said, he worked for me. And he started laughing. And then he said, I work there too. And then he told me he worked in the small store in the building I was in. And he said, you know what, I kind of do remember you. So that was funny. And then we called Bobby and had a nice conversation with him. I said, please retire quickly. Because he asked me how retirement was. I said, you need to join me. You'll love it.
Yeah.
So it was great. It was nice to hear from one of the drivers I really liked. So, yeah, it was cool. Oh, and then you forgot we had a problem with our, we had like the sound that sounded like a moose yesterday in the house.
We did. We had the moose issue, which was not the sump pump.
What is it called?
I don't know.
The ejector pump.
We had an ejector pump.
So
So are you
that was
telling me that
replaced.
everything is fixed? We've had a plumber out?
Fixed.
And by the way, when we call people, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the tips we give, but they come out like that day or the
Oh,
next day.
We are nice to the people that do service for us.
We open the
because
door.
Service people are, you can't survive without service people.
No, you can't.
So, yeah, everything is good until it's not.
Yeah.
So tonight we're supposed to be going to a barbecue at a very good friend's house.
So what happened?
Well, there seems to be a bit of a wildfire going on in Canada to the Ontario, Toronto area, province. And the smoke when we woke up this morning was just incredible. It smells like a barbecue outside.
So, you know, I'm a golfer, and tomorrow I think that I can't golf.
You know, I'm a golfer.
I do.
Yeah. And you know what? I think you shouldn't, because someone who has asthma, the air quality is Nick sent me, because of course he's always concerned about our health. And also Jesse also sent like mask up. It's like at a 500. It's actually worse than it is in India right now, in Northbrook. So I'm going to ask that you don't go out in this either, because for your health, it's not a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, but if we go to a
bad
restaurant tonight, maybe there's
We're going to
nobody
be
there.
inside and they're going to have air conditioning.
Okay.
No, it's you don't spend time outside.
Okay.
You don't spend time outside. That's all.
So I love the fact that we're podcasting, and now this thing is blowing up and becoming something really great. But I get to interview some really great people, and I'm fascinated by how people go through life with such a big sense of energy and smile and stories. Do you know everybody has a story?
You know, I do know that. That's why you cannot judge people.
But if everyone has a story, I want to hear yours. I want you to go back to about 12 to 15 years old. What was life like for Jill at 12 to 15? And by the way,
I'm not
David
going to my
Hopper,
story.
I think she did her hair for you today.
I'm not doing my 12-year-old, 15-year-old story. We're going to go to something else.
Okay. So,
We all have stories.
but that was the
Yes.
point of me asking
Yes.
about the story.
Yes.
So guess what I did today?
I can't wait to hear.
So I had a nice interaction and meeting with Bill Durkin and Carl Moose.
Well, I know Bill. I don't know if I've met Carl.
I don't think you have.
Okay.
But get this. Jill, you know the movie The Secret? Everybody does.
Do I?
Where you manifest and create what it is you want in life to be able to get where you want to go. So Bob Proctor was one of the guys behind it.
Okay.
And Lee Brower was my coach and strategic coach. He was in the movie as well. So I brought Bill together with Carl Moose, where Bill worked for W. Clement Stone, the #1 salesperson in the world at one
One
time.
of your favorite
through
people.
combined
One of your mentors.
insurance and a mentor
Yeah.
and someone that came to my college and spoke.
Right.
But I brought them together and we bantered, and I can tell you that there's an intersection of success and affluence for those people that take the time to live their life on purpose.
Love that. You bantered, did you?
We did.
How do you banter?
We talk over each other.
You're good at that
We don't wait for the other person to
because
finish.
you're so excited. You got to get all
We
your words
did.
out.
And so I went for about 50 minutes of bantering,
5-0 or
5-0,
5-0 minutes
5-0.
of bantering.
and each person got their words out
Okay.
and was able to talk and share about their experience in life that was living on purpose to get where they wanted to go. So the example that Bill gave was when he was in college, he was what he thought was the last person picked on the team.
Oh,
And with his attitude being poor, because I'm the last person picked, they just wanted me because they needed a body,
right.
he had realized that he actually had potential and that if he could try and have a positive mental attitude, which he started to read about, that maybe things would shift. And do you know, by his senior year, he was the 6th man on the team, and he was sought after and wanted as a good basketball player. And that shaped his life for then the future.
That's wonderful.
Carl Moose did the same thing, but he played hockey. And there was a time in his life where he said, I don't have to be mediocre. I could learn how to focus on being excellent. So I really liked the idea that I had them on the show. And then this morning I had another banter with a guy named Steve Anderson, who wrote a letter, the 14 principles of the Bezos letters.
Is it a conversation that you bantered or you had a banter?
No, I think it's a conversation where it's bantering, uninhibited, and good listening.
Got it.
Did I say it wrong?
You don't do anything wrong.
But even if I did it wrong, it works for me.
100%.
It's like spelling a word wrong. If someone doesn't know that it's spelled wrong, then it's spelled correct. And by the way, who gets to pick how the word is spelled? That's
Mr.
not
Webster.
fair.
Mr. Webster.
But I don't think that's fair. I think however we spell the word is the right way to spell it.
Well, you know what? When you reinvent the I guess the English language, you could spell it however you like.
Okay.
But for now, we're going to spell things properly, correctly.
Okay. Well, can you tell I'm in a good mood?
I
Things
can
are
see.
working great. I'm
Love it.
losing weight. I don't know if anyone could tell, but this is a person who's down quite a few pounds. And I could also tell you, and a shout out to Dean Classman, he says, Chad, let's do this. Text me every morning, and we're going to go back and forth, and we're going to lose weight together.
I love that. It's good to have a partner to lose
He said
weight
it
with.
doesn't even matter if you lose weight or don't lose weight, but you have someone who you're accountable to, and therefore at night, when you have your weaknesses, maybe you don't eat as much because you have someone to be accountable to.
Right. Because you want to be the one that texts to say, oh, I lost pounds
Yeah.
or ounces.
So I have that. I also have it with my son Jeffrey, who is down quite a bit of weight from 10 plus years ago,
Mm-hmm.
because he at one point let himself go. I don't even know how that happened, but today he's all about accountability when it comes to eating as well, and trying to be in shape and be fit.
It's fabulous. It's a
But
good
if
thing
you're
to be.
watching this, I want you to like and subscribe, The Chill Experience. But also, are you living your life on purpose? If you want to gain muscle, are you going to the health club or working out at home? And if you want to lose weight, are you being conscious about what that looks like? I think those are the three main things that people focus on in their life.
What are the three main things?
Oh, you make me repeat that because now I think there's four.
What are the
I think the first one is work,
so
unless they're retired.
so the first thing we focus on in our life is work.
Well, for
What
me,
if
it's
you're
actually
retired?
5 things. I focus on you. So as my wife...
Look at how you pulled that one out of the hat.
No,
that
no,
was
no.
slick.
No, well,
That was
I'm up
slick.
to 5 things now. So if we're talking about the focus of life,
Yes.
the spouse or partner.
Okay. That's your
The
first.
kids, as adult kids, could be secondary, but it's not as much of a focus because they get to focus on themselves in their life.
Okay.
I'm going to focus on work. I think for those people that still work, it's a good idea to be
I'm going to
focused
appreciate
on
that you focus on work because your work is important.
As a matter of fact, I have a person who just reached out to me and said, I'm looking forward to working with you when it
Nice.
comes to work.
Good.
And it's someone who has a really good soul and really good energy, so I'm excited about that.
I like that.
Yeah, me too. I focus on my health, both physical and my body fat, weight, right? I want to look good, be healthy, make sure that my gray hairs don't protrude.
Hairs
I
are
think
fine.
that a little bit is okay,
Your hair looks
but
fine.
we don't want a lot.
You have good hair.
And then eating. So now I'm up to like 7 or 8. And in September, we're joining Lifetime, where we could focus on hot yoga,
Right.
and we could focus
next
on
door.
pickle,
Yeah.
and we could focus on working out,
Yeah.
and I could focus on my energy and staying positive.
Love that. And we could walk over there from here, which is great.
But a lot of people don't stay positive. A lot of people get into the weeds and find negativity
Well,
and depression.
you know, I don't know if we have to say like depression so much. You can't, I mean, it's okay to have down days
Mm-hmm.
because if you didn't have a down day, you wouldn't know what an up day feels like.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay if you're not feeling 100% every day. But to have more 100% great days is far better than having a down day.
So a lot of people don't know this, but my glass is full. How's your glass? Half full, full, or
Pretty
empty?
full.
Pretty full, but not all the
Pretty
way.
full. Well, you know, I like to stay aware and, you know, a little humble here. And
Open up the chest. Let me see what the shirt says. Is this a new shirt?
what does it say?
Meditate, manifest, and chill. Isn't that what we're talking about today? Maybe that's why we're talking about it.
Maybe.
I'm subconsciously reading your shirt.
Maybe.
Meditating, manifesting, and create the chill,
To chill.
which is amazing.
So I think maybe the last podcast, did we say something about my shirt? And I said, I think I said Edie. It's Eden Ashram out of England is where I've gotten these really cool shirts. I have one that's going to be a throwback to when I was young. I'll wear that another time. But this
Okay.
is what I was feeling today.
Okay.
Manifest, meditate, chill.
Right.
How cool that our name like became Chill.
Well, it's all about the chill at
I
this
think
point.
that's like a sign.
Yeah. But
Don't
you know
you
what's
think?
funny about that? I was talking to a friend of mine today. He goes, I'm on a 150-foot yacht with my family, and he goes, I'm bored.
Here.
I like the idea of being on a 150-foot yacht and not being bored.
Who says something like that? First
Somebody
of all,
that says, I'd rather
Your
be on a
friend?
cruise ship where you could dance and have music and have
you
nice
could
meals
dance on your
and be on a
yacht.
casino.
You can have meals.
I think
A
it's who you're with.
casino?
I think it's who you're with.
I don't know who that friend is, but don't make plans.
Yes, I like him.
Well, you make plans.
No, I
Don't
think
make
you would like
plans
him
with
too.
me.
Why? Because people.
Who says something like that?
Well,
I'm on
we
a
were talking about
150-foot
yachting and
yacht.
boating.
Oh, poor baby.
Well, he doesn't have it.
He said
Not
he's on a
his.
150-foot
He
yacht
was.
and he's not having
He
fun.
said he would rather be on a cruise ship.
Okay.
Cruising is good. We liked cruising.
It's okay.
Not great.
It's fine.
Okay, what's great? Going to Utah in a couple weeks?
We are doing that. We're
Tell me
gonna
about
do a
that.
little road trip. So we're going to start in Salt Lake City, which is a state we have not been to. And my goal has been for us to hit all 50 states. We're pretty close. Unfortunately, it's like the crappy ones are left. So
I would like you to shift your goal. Maybe have a goal that we go to 30 of the states.
we've already passed 30.
Then we're fine.
No, I want to go to all 50, but it'll have to be like we do a drive-through because some of them are like yuck.
Which is the worst one? Well, we were at Dodge. We had to get out of Dodge. That was the worst one I've ever been
Get
in.
the F out of Dodge. Well, no, Kansas is nice. There's some nice places in Kansas, and we stayed at a beautiful property. It was brand new. That was during COVID. So Kansas I was fine with. But, I mean, there's some states, like, what are you doing there?
What are we doing there?
I don't know. So Salt Lake City, Utah, I'm excited to go to. We have not been there. And then we're going to do a little drive over to Park City, see what they got going on. Then we're going to drive to Boise, Idaho. Now, we did land one time. I don't know if you remember.
I do.
I think it was Nick was with us. It was you and me and Nick. And before we
They were going to run out of gas.
before we even left O'Hare, yeah, we're going to. I said, why is this saying that we're going to Idaho? And I called the flight attendant over. I said, what? And she was like, didn't want to say. So they had to stop for fuel. Like,
Crazy.
What? The gas tank here at O'Hare is on empty? You
Never
can't
heard
make
that.
it all the way to Oregon? To
That was
Portland
nuts.
International?
Absolutely
That was
nuts.
stupid. I didn't like it. And I was going to count us being in Idaho because we landed, but we didn't get off the plane. They just fill her up. So they filled us
Yeah.
up, and on our way we went. So we actually are going to stop this time. And I think I found a nice property.
Good.
They don't really have any 5 stars there, like shocking. But it's a halfway point till we get to Mount Hood, where we'll meet part of the family there. I'm excited. And we're going to stay in a really cool house cabin by water. We're going to see beautiful Mount Hood. It's also a great place to consider for skiing because they do have a whole ski area. So
Mount
we'll
Hood
see.
does?
And then we'll head over to Portland, and then we'll fly home from
Okay.
there.
So that sounds like a good
And then
plan.
a couple weeks after, we're going to Nashville again. But that should be a nice trip.
Well, we have good work, fun things to do there.
Yes.
And that's what we're going to do. The other thing is, I don't know if anyone watching knows this, but you're doing promotional goods now.
I am.
I want to hear about that a little bit because I think you're having a great time with it. And a shout out to Jen,
Yes.
who's a fun customer because
Yes.
she likes to buy everything.
And Alexandra, her assistant.
Yeah.
So yes, they've been great. I've had some fun getting them some pretty cool promos. We just got some for the office, which I've been happily passing out, and people love them. Are you admiring your new watch? Because
Yes.
you seem a little
distracted,
with
but
your
we'll
new
get to
watch.
the new watch in a minute.
Okay.
I got a new watch if anyone wants to see it. It's a Salvador Ferragamo. It's got good design.
I love
and
the
I
color.
got it from Chrono 24, which is a great app. And every time I do get a watch from there, I love it. And this one here is pretty cool.
And you were the winning bidder, I suppose, yeah?
It wasn't bidding, it was
Oh,
just you
wasn't a
sit
bid.
there and pay a price.
Okay.
But you negotiate down, you don't negotiate up.
Well, you know what's nice is the watch matches your 2 bracelets.
It does, so you can do the bracelets, it got design,
You're just,
colors of my
you're
office.
just a fashion guru.
Well, I'm enjoying it, and there
You
you
have
have
not
it.
always been a fashion guru. I'm just going to put that out there.
No, but I am now.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So back to the promotional
So
goods.
the promotional goods, yes, I've gotten a lot of things actually for the office that we can give to our clients and give to friends and stuff like that. And yes, to customers that like to shop with me because I'm always looking for the best deals. I am not the highest price by far. It's just kind of for fun that I'm doing it, which you're all right with that. It's a for fun thing.
That's great.
And I like shopping for stuff.
So let's just go back to your dress for a little bit. Your
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
So you have the headband.
I have a silk scarf on.
So that's a nice new design. I haven't seen that before.
Okay. The scarf or like
That particular scarf.
Okay, well I've had it for a while. Thanks to Sherry, Sister Sherry, sent me over to the Guild, which I think have we ever talked about the Guild?
No.
This place is like kind of a mind blow. It's a house. It's a house in Highland Park that they converted their whole first floor and their basement into a store. I believe they had a store somewhere in the city of Chicago, closed it, and then the owners of the home, probably the wife, asked the husband, I believe, can she make it into a store? And they've just got the coolest stuff. They've got some really cool things there. And Sherry's like, you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm like, thanks. So that was one of the things, the scarf.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Are we able to have a guest on the show?
Sure.
But how do we do that? Because we have these microphones, and I think you're only able to have 2 microphones.
We'd have to ask our videographer, our tech people, to bring us a third mic, or I don't know, maybe they sit really close and do they talk into your chest or are they talking to mine?
I don't know, but we're going to find out because maybe it would
But
be
you have a set of
worthwhile.
them, so I wonder if we could use your set.
I don't know that we can.
We'll find out. But
Okay.
yes, we could always have a guest.
Because it would be fun to have a guest.
100%.
Maybe someone chimes in.
Chime away. Chimer.
Definitely chime away.
Chime.
So we have a trip coming up as
Yes.
usual.
Yep.
We're taking care of everything that's going on in our life here.
Yep.
In summary, we have really bad weather when it comes to fires, flames, and
Heat.
smog.
Heat, air. You know, air is important. Water is important.
I like that we have
how about the
service
food?
providers.
We haven't even like touched on the food. We are coming to the end, but what's my
Take your
favorite?
time.
What's my favorite meme of late is I've been training for this cyclospora catastrophe for all my life, and it's someone eating chocolate. Do you get it?
No.
Okay, because you want to be healthy, you want to eat salad, you want to eat vegetables, and now salad and vegetables.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say it because they keep saying it on the news is causing explosive diarrhea.
Hold on, explosive. And I say that I
It's
would
like-
love it. But you got to have explosive diarrhea. It goes on for days and weeks,
And potentially months.
which is bad because at some point you're just empty.
Well, and you eat fruit right out of the bucket as soon as it gets
Not
home.
anymore. Now
No,
it's washed.
I'm
Now it's
making you
clean.
wash-
Yeah. As a
I'm
matter of fact,
washing
I'm
it.
very cautious about
I
what
hope
I eat.
you are, but you can't even eat a salad. I'm not eating lettuce. And the bad kind, which is supposed to be wash, but there's who the hell knows? The whole everything is just up for grabs, and it's very disappointing because it's the 21st century and we shouldn't be having issues like this. But
We do.
yes, I will not digress.
But we did. And so, in summary, as we wrap up another great show, another great week, and 6 months into the year,
Yes.
I'm just really excited that we're still doing this podcast
It's 7 months.
and
into
that
the
I
year.
get to spend 30 minutes a week with you in the office, like talking about stuff that people love to listen about.
7 months. It's July.
7 months.
Yeah. So you know how many
Okay.
months are left?
6.
Let's
5.
try again. Very
Oh,
good.
okay, Jill, you almost got me.
12 months in the year.
Okay.
We're past the halfway mark.
On that note,
On that note,
chill out.
Chill
Thank
out,
you
baby.
for tuning in. Subscribe and like, and love to everybody.
love.